Hello everyone. Today we will explore about phonetics. I'm sure some of you guys might don't know what phonetic is and its function in our lives. So today I will explain to you what is phonetics and what's the function in our daily life. Phonetics is a branch of linguistics that examines the inventory and the structure of sounds of speech. First, we need to know that humans not only use language orally but also in writing. Either it is writing by hand or typing by a computer. However, a lot of people think that language only exists when we speak. Human language displays a wide variety of sounds called phones or speech sounds. International Phonetic Alphabet (API), a system of transcription attempts to represent each sound of human speech with a single symbols, has been evolving since 1888. These symbols are enclosed in brackets to indicate that the transcription is phonetic and does not represent the spelling system of a particular language. For example, the sound spelled as in word pleasure is transcribed as "z". The API represents speech in form of segments, the individual speech sound or phones, produced by coordinating a number of individual articulatory gestures, including jaw movement, lip shape, and tongue. For example, P, S, and M. Now that we know the basics of phonetics, we can explore what it involves. We are going to talk about the sound classes. The sounds of language can be grouped into classes based on the phonetic properties that they share. The most basic division among sounds is into two major classes, vowels and consonants. Vowels and consonants can be distinguished on the basis of differences in articulation or by their acoustic properties. A syllable can be defined as a peak of sonority surrounded by less sonorous segments. For example, the word drink contains one syllable, the word drinking two syllables, and the word condition three syllables. A vowel is said to form the nucleus of a syllable. The major differences between syllabic and non-syllabic elements is vowels are produced with relatively little obstruction in the vocal tract and more sonorous. For example, in word above, the initial sound is more sonorous when we produce the sound. In other side, in word fill, the initial sound is less sonorous than before. As we move from examining various sound classes, we now turn our attention to the specific of consonant articulation, which involves understanding how different consonant sounds are modified in the vocal tract. Airflow is modified in the vocal tract by the placement of the tongue and the positioning of the lips. This modification occurs at specific places of articulation. Places of articulation are found at the lips, within the oral cavity, in the pharynx, and at the glottis.
Firstly, we are going to talk about the tongue as a consonant articulation. The tongue is a primary articulating organ. It can be raised, lowered, thrust forward or retract, and even rolled back. Tongue has five areas including the teeth, the blade, and body, and the back, a hindmost part of tongue. Now we move to the places of articulation. The places of articulation refer to the specific location in the vocal tract where speech sounds are produced. The first one is labial. When sounds are involved, both lips are termed bilabials. On the other side, when sounds are involved, the lower lip and upper teeth are called labiodentals. The second is dental and interdental. Dentals occur when some sounds are produced with the tongue placed against or near the teeth. And then interdentals are the sound that produced when the tongue is placed between the teeth. For example, in the initial consonant of the words this and they. The third one is alveopalatal and palatal. Alveopalatal is a part behind the alveolar ridge, the roof of the mouth, rise sharply. Alveopalatal consonants are heard in the initial word show, mature, cheap, and judge. Then palate or palatal is the highest part of the roof of the mouth. The fourth is velar. Velar are the sounds made with the tongue touching or near the soft area toward the rear of the roof of the mouth called velum. The glide, heard word initially in the wet, is called a labiovelar, since the tongue body is raised near the velum and the lips are rounded at the same time. The fifth is uvular. English has no uvular, but the R sound of standard European French is uvular. Next is the perineal. Perennials are the sound made through the modification of airflow in the area of the throat between the uvula and the larynx called pharynx by retracting the tongue or constricting the pharynx. Perennials can be found in many dialects of Arabic but not in English. The last one is glottal. Glottals are the sound produced using the vocal fold as a primary articulators. The sound at the beginning of the English word "ave" and "hawk" is made at the glottis. Now, we move to the manners of articulation. The manner of articulation refers to the specific way in which speech sounds are produced in the vocal tract. There are several manners of the articulation, and let's talk about it. The first manners of articulation are stops. Stops are made with a complete closure either in the oral cavity or at the glottis. In the world language, stops are found at bilabial, dental, alveolar, alveopalatal, palatal, velar, uvular, and glottal place of articulation. For example, let's take a brief look at this video.
Oh, it's hard to choose. I did like Anthony. Like, I used to really like watching them do their dancing ball scenes. Not that I didn't enjoy the others either, but I did like them.
The word them at the end of the sentence represents stop as a part of manners of articulation because it made with a complete closure in the oral cavity. The second one is fricatives. Fricatives are consonants produced with a continuous airflow through the mouth. For example, in phones F, V, S, Z, Sh, Ch, and H. The third manner of articulation is affricates. English has only two affricates, both of which are alveopalatal. They are heard initially in kerch and cham and are transcribed as ch and ch, respectively. Then we talk about the liquids. Liquids are the special class of consonant commonly found in the world's language RL and R. The last one is glides, a type of sound that shows property of both consonant and vowels. For example, see you later.
Honestly, if any of you guys see me in public, please say hi to me. I'd love to see you guys.
As you guys see from the video, when the person says see you guys, it is one of the sounds that categorized as glides.
Now, let's move on to the another topic, suprasegmentals. All phones have certain inherent suprasegmental or prosodic properties that form part of their makeup, no matter what their place or manner of articulation. These properties are pitch, loudness, and length. The first one is tone and intonation. Tone is the differences in word meaning are signaled by differences in pitch. In some language, tones can change pitch within a single syllabic element, when intonation is a pitch movement in spoken utterances that is not related to differences in word meaning. For example, trying to get me in trouble.
Wow. Trying to get me in trouble. My favorite is Kate and Anthony, personally. I just think it's just such a great relationship between them on screen, but also in real life as well. Like, Simone and Johnny are just such good friends in real life, so you can really tell and see that on screen. But yeah, I just love them too so much.
And the other two were...
They're amazing. See, I knew you were going to get me in trouble.
The second one is length. Vowels and consonants articulations, whose takes longer relative to the other vowels and consonants. Length is indicated in the phonetics transcriptions by the use of IPA-style colon, for example, in Italian fatto.
Oh, it's hard to choose. I did like Anthony. Like, I used to really like watching them do their dancing ball scenes. Not that I didn't enjoy the others either, but I did like them. So then maybe then Colin, and maybe then Simon and...
From that video, we know that the word choose represents length because the articulation sounds longer. The last one is stress. Stress is a term for the combined effects of pitch, loudness, and length. For example, telegraph and telegraphic. We finally come to the last topic, which is about speech production. Speech production is a sense where the articulatory organs interact with each other and many fine adjustments are carried out as we speak. There are three speech production, which is co-articulation, processes, articulatory processes. Firstly, co-articulation is a situation of more than one articulator, which is the lips and the tongue tip is active. For example, sequence is produced with the tongue tip started to move toward the alveolar ridge before the lips separate. Secondly, the processes is articulatory adjustment that occur during the production of connected speech. The last one is articulatory processes that include more than one processes. The first is assimilation, a number of different processes. For example, the word intolerant.
Oh yeah, this is ice cream. I am lactose intolerant, yeah. But I'll be fine, yeah. I just power through it. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oh, oh no, you just have to power through. So I'm gonna do the 4 cheese pizza. Can we do extra cheese? Okay, good. And for dessert, I'm gonna do the chocolate mousse. Actually, can we do ice cream on that? This is a nice restaurant. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, so I want to let you know I'm lactose intolerant, so you have non-dairy options. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do any of those. No, no, I'm gonna do the mac and cheese. Extra cheese. You know what? Just take out the mac. I'll just do the cheese.
The word intolerant originates from the Latin word which means not to injure. Then the second one is dissimilation, that are two sounds becoming less alike in articulatory or acoustic terms. The resulting sequence of sounds is easier to articulate and distinguish. For example, in the word fifth, many speakers dissimilate the final sequence to apparently to break up the sequence of three fricatives with a stop.
Dania, how do I say fifth and sixth?
Sixth is just like that, but fifth, actually, that second F, you just want to skip that. Fifth, that's it, fifth, not fifth.
This is crazy. How did I learn that?
I have a course just for you.
The third one is deletion. Deletion is a process that removes a segment from a certain phonetic context. In English, a schwa is often deleted when the next vowel in the word is stressed. For example, in the word parade, when the speaker is doing a slow speech, the transcription for the word parade is parade. It is different with the transcription in rapid speech, paired. And the last one is vowel reduction, is the articulation of vowels moved to a more central position when the vowels are unstressed. For example, Canada with a when it's stressed, and Canadian with a when unstressed.
So wait, were you born in Canada and then you moved to New York?
And finally, to sum up, the study of the sounds of human language is called phonetics. These sounds are widely transcribed by means of the International Phonetic Alphabet. The sounds of language are commonly described in articulatory and acoustic terms. Consonants and glides are produced at various places of articulation, like labial, dental, alveolar, alveopalatal, palatal, velar, uvular, glottal, and pharyngeal. At the places of articulation, the airstream is modified by different manners of articulation, and the resulting sounds are stops, fricatives, affricates, liquids, or glides. Vowels are produced with less drastic closure and are described with reference to tongue position, tension, and lip rounding. Language also exhibits suprasegmental phenomena such as tone, intonation, and stress. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more content, and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I post a new video. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you have. See you in the next video.